In this video, you can see a setup for banded bench press. So I'll kick out the peg that'll hold the band, and I'm going to put the middle of the band under the peg and then put the ends on top. This will apply banded pressure to the bar. Then I want to check and make sure that the bands are actually straight. So I'll look at an angle I can see up and down, move the ends as needed to make sure the band is straight so the bar is pulled straight. Then when you put the plate on, you want to make sure you put the plate close to the band but a little bit of wiggle room so that way it's not pinching or restricting the band stretch. Now what you'll see is we'll get into position and do some normal bench press reps. So the idea of banded bench press is it forces the body to have to stay tight under the pressure, so this can teach more body awareness of the tightness of position. So squeezing the mid-back, keeping the legs active, and keeping the body tight. You can then, if you want, do a variation where you're pausing the bar off the chest, and that increases the upper back and arm involvement as well as the body positioning tightness.